Alright, this is a review of the RKIV by Kustoms Pen Corporation. This is the new pen that just came out, and I wanted to take a look at it. It is something that caught my eye, and the price was pretty good. Basically, you've got lines giving it some texture up here, all the way to about here. Then it bevels down. It's smooth at the bevel and the bevel down. Then it bevels back up, getting thicker, and it's still smooth. Then it goes into these grooves that are cut in for stability in writing. It tapers down pretty good. And the clip has that kind of rough look to it. I'm not sure if that was done purposely. The Kustoms pens that I've bought in the past, this has always been smooth. This has got some finish issues to it compared to one of their highly polished ones, and the only reason why you see that those are a couple scratches from long-term use, but very high polished, still high polished to this day. The bolt, I bought two of them, obviously. One's taken apart to show you what's inside. This one is, the clip is the same shape. It's got like these little black, I don't know, it's not finished very well. It's not polished very well. Maybe it's to look rough. This is a first version of the pen, so maybe they didn't go all the way out on it. So we're talking about a Fisher Space pen refill inside this guy, or inside this pen. I don't know why I called it guy. A lot of people do that. So you got the Fisher Space pen, you've got a spring, and you've got a ratchet. The ratchet system is actually on the back of this cartridge. Then you've got a spring in the top. So it's not made the same way as the ratchet, which is basically your body, your cartridge, your spring, and you can't really get to the click part of it. At least I've never tried to take it apart. You might be able to. You might be able to screw that off and it might come apart. But the difference is the body breaks in the middle on that, where the body breaks at the top on this one. There is no separating in the middle. It's just straight unscrew this cap at the top and it comes apart. The pen feels lighter. They beveled it, took off material, made it different. It is a different pen. It looks the same, but it doesn't really look the same because of all the beveling they did in the middle. And it's more shaped and defined. It's got more curves and I guess more edges, more drops, if you want to call it, more beveling, you know, throughout the pen, where this is just a straight shaft with some texturing up here and some texturing, and it's straight, where this is beveled all over the place and it goes up and down and kind of contours to your hand a little bit differently than that. You can definitely feel the difference when holding this pen versus that pen due to the contouring and the different, what they did with the pen. And I guess that's to take weight off and do whatever they did to it. It is really cool. I think it's a neat pen. I'm gonna write, I haven't written with it. These don't have the little caps that they usually come with at the top, like all their other pens. But yeah, you can definitely feel the difference, and you can definitely feel the difference in the click. This one's a very, it's a little oomphy to get it to go up and down, where this one is, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's like really nothing to it. Compared to that, this is like nothing to make it go up and down. Retract it and retract it, it's a hell of a lot easier. This isn't by any shape or means hard to do, but at the same time, that's like, I would say 50% easier to push in and push in and retract. It's easier to push the button on their new model. So that's just my little deep dive into the pens. I don't do measurements and shapes and all that good stuff. I'm sure somebody will do a review like that. I just kind of look at it, give you my determination. I've been buying their products for a long time. I think I've been supporting them since the beginning. I have various pens. I've made various videos. This is just the newest one, and I wanted to check it out. made very well. I'm gonna give them that, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's actually made nice. It looks great. Just showing you that the other clip has that kind of, I call it discoloration in the metal, because you don't know if that's rust starting to form or is that just dark areas in the metal. But both of them have it on the clip, where these ones are highly polished, and every other clip I've ever got from them has been a high polished, high finished, very well to where it holds today, and there's nothing going on with it. This one is painted, so you can't see the fact that it's highly polished, but you can look at it and tell it. The paint job is kind of a matte paint job, so you can't really, trust me, it's high polish, you can feel it, but you can also feel the texture of this paint. It's a matted paint, so it has texture in it, so it's not a smooth. But the body is definitely smooth, and you can tell it's been polished and done really well. It's just the clips that look bad. The cap and the clip looks like it's highly polished and done well. It's just these clips look a little rough. I'm not sure what's going on with that. You can pick it up on the camera. It's polished but not polished. You can pick up whatever's going on there, whatever's starting to form on the metal, if that is something forming. And what you usually see that when something starts to rust or something. I'm not sure what. It's just a rough finish. It's not highly polished. You can see you don't feel grooves, but you can, I don't know, you be the judge of that. But it's not highly polished like the other clip. A little rough looking. But that's it. Determination, I like all their pens. The only reason I didn't buy a lot of retract pens is these guys cost a lot of money. The Summit refills. I like the G2 refills, so I buy most of the pens that use them, because you can usually get 2 of those for $1.50 to $1.80 at Walmart. If you buy them on Amazon, you can find them cheap. If you do a lot of writing like I do, of course, I'm going to go for the cheaper quality pen cartridge, and the G2 has always been a great cartridge. It doesn't fail. It writes to the end. Sometimes if you drop the pen, you can screw up the tip, but other than that, they're cheap enough to replace, and they usually write to the end. They're really good cartridges. They usually write all the way to you run out of ink and you just throw it away and buy another $1.50 replaceable. These are somewhere between $3 and $5 per cartridge. I haven't even looked at what a Fisher Space Pen cartridge costs, but I know it's probably somewhere between, I think it's either more or less, so you're talking a lot less ink. And it is a good quality cartridge, don't get me wrong, but you're talking about less ink for the money. And that's going by size and what I see when I look at a G2 cartridge compared to these metal ones. You can see how much ink is actually in the cartridge, where these are airtight, locked in. You can't see it, but you can see there's a lot less space for a lot less ink. And that has nothing to do with Karas. That has to do with the cartridge companies that put these cartridges out. And I'm kind of basically saying there's more ink in a G2 than both of these. And that's kind of how I believe, because I usually get a lot more writing out of a G2 versus these two. I've had these go dry pretty quick. That's why I don't write a lot with these pens, because they are, as I said, I do a lot of writing, and these ones tend to give you less ink for the money, a lot less ink for the money. So there's that, and that's why I don't really buy the retract, and this is a new pen, so I can't really say buy this, but I did buy 2 of them because I'm going to try them out and check them out. But at the same time, I don't foresee me buying a lot of them just because of the cost effectiveness of the cartridge. And that's always been a big deal with somebody that writes a lot or uses inks. If you use a fountain pen, yeah, you can save a lot of money by buying inks. You're going to spend a lot on the first startup of the fountain pen, but you can buy ink relatively cheap. And there's all different kinds of makers that you can buy for fountain pens. But when it comes to cartridge pens, I have yet to find one cheaper than the G2. I know this went in a little different direction, but I got to be honest with you. And would I buy this? I might buy it again, but it's not for the purpose of this would be a long-term writing pen. Due to the cost effectiveness of the cartridge compared to the G2, I'm going to spend my money on the cheaper one and get a lot more use out of it, out of the ink that I paid for. But that's going to be it, guys. That is my review. So there you go. Take it easy. Hope that helps you determine if you want one of these. I think they're pretty good. The price really great right now. It's a good pen to pick up. I like it. Like I said, it's probably not going to be an everyday writer due to the fact of the cartridge, but that's my personal views. If you have the money to spend on those and you'll buy those all day long, go for it. It's a great writing pen, but that's what holds me back from buying this older version in the past and this newer pen sitting in front of you. But there you go, guys. Take it easy.